Alright, so today we're gonna add a movement to the Swiss ball planks we learned last week. Swiss ball rollouts is what I call the exercise. We're going to be in the same position as the plank, but the arms are going to be moving forward and back. Now the key here of this exercise is to not move the hips. The natural inclination is to drop the hips as the arms go away from you, but this takes away from the exercise, so maintain the hips parallel. What makes this exercise harder than the plank is when the arms go forward, the abdominal muscles lengthen and makes it harder to stabilize the back. The upper body is challenged more when movement is added. Now you can see here where our trainer Mars executes the movement. His hips are forward, feet on the ground, and the hips don't shift, and the only thing that's moving is his arms. The further out his arms are, the harder the exercise. So if your back bothers you, then do not go as far. Here's the advanced version. The one thing you want to make sure on this one is the arm placement on the ball. You can see here that our trainer Mars places his elbows and forearms slightly behind the apex of the ball. This is key because if you don't, then you won't have enough room on the ball when you roll out. And you can only execute the exercise by shrugging, so make sure to position your arms correct. The range really depends on how strong your core is. The further out, the harder. So if your back bothers you, then just simply limit the range. A good repetition range for this exercise is 10 through 15. Alright, so let's recap the exercise starting from the knee version. Make sure your feet is on the ground, elbows and forearms on the ball. Shift your weight forward so that your hips should be forward more so than the knees. Find a good range where your back doesn't bother you. Then from there, simply press your arms away from you, forward and back, without moving your hips. So the progressed version of that would be to have you off your knees. So the only thing that's supporting you now is your arms and your toes, which makes it a little bit harder to stabilize your hips. So press yourself up, press away from you, so move the ball forward and back without dropping your hips. The natural inclination is to drop your hips as the arms go forward, so simply brace the stomach. The hips should not move. The only thing that is moving is your arms. Alright, so that's the Swiss ball rollouts from beginner to advanced. Remember, always find the right level for you and focus on doing the exercise properly. Target the right muscle groups without any compensation. Hope you learned a lot and provide us with any comments or feedback. If you want more tips and advices on exercise and nutrition, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook at Dynamic Grit Fitness. Have a super day.